Hi guys, welcome to Bookish Shayla and another twofer layout. And I'm an idiot. I had started this layout and did a little bit of it because I then was going to come on and do the rest of it with you. And I just kept on doing and doing. And it wasn't until I was finishing up that I was like, oh my goodness, I was supposed to make a process video for this. But I didn't. So I'm going to do a layout share instead. And this is for Scraptember Day 2. And the prompt today was your favorite supply. And it is also for All About the Mouse for September. And that we had a picture prompt, and it was a popcorn bucket, and it was a Peter Pan popcorn bucket. So I brought in my pictures of when my daughter and my mom and I met Tinkerbell when we were there for my son's senior trip, when we were at Disney World for my son's senior trip back in 2019. Oh, here, let me scoot this up because I forgot I'd moved it back. So there you go. Maybe you can see it a little better. Anyway, so I'm going to walk you through what I did as I kind of clean up my mess, and we shall talk about it. So I had these three pictures. This one of us all together. And then these are pictures that when you buy the Magic Memory Pass, I think is what it's called, you pay one price, but you get all the pictures. Well, they add some little extra pictures. And so, excuse me, this is some pictures that were taken around Tinkerbell's area. And this is a teacup, and this is a little thimble. And so I took all of them, I cut them down. I kind of used this sketch as my inspiration. They were supposed to be cut to 2.5 by 2.5, and I didn't do that. I left them at a 4x4, so I cut them down. Then I went into my, well, first, I wondered if I had a cut file, because I remember when I did the Creative Cuts monthly kit, there was a Disney kit one time, and I was like, I felt like there was something in there that could be used for Tinkerbell. And so I found this, and I'm not sure this was the one that I was thinking of, but I was like, you know, this is perfect. Not to mention, I'm not a big mushroom person, and so I could use that on this. So the next thing that I did is I colored this. And the red is Lumberjack Plaid Distress Oxide. The green, this green was Distress Oxide Twisted Citron. This green was just the Distress Spray in Lucky Clover. And then this leaf over here is the Distress Mica Stain and Specimen, which is one, they were a Halloween trio, but he has now started to release them one at a time. So I painted that. Then I went into my scraps and I found two different reds because I didn't want them to be the same. So this is a little darker red than this. And then I found this green and that green and that green. That's a pattern paper, that's a pattern paper, and these three are cardstock. So that's what I did. Then I knew that I had a little bit of leftover Peter Pan / Tinkerbellish paper that I had bought, and it was this, that was some cut aparts, and they had this, and I think that's it. No. And it is, no, that's not the Kaiser Craft one. And this and this. Actually, I think they both came from Kaiser Craft. But it was a Kaiser Craft collection. And that was one page. And I cut out this circle out of one of these that says, make today magical. And then the other paper was this polka dot. And it was a, was that the polka dot? Yeah. And the polka dots, I matted my pictures on, and then I used another, I just went into my stash and found this green, the first mat is this, and then I picked a different one. But this was a sheet and it had a big tree and a whole bunch of stuff, and I just kind of cut around one of the trees for this top piece. And then this was also from that collection, and it's a stone with moss grown in it, and it was Kaiser Craft Enchanted collection. So technically it wasn't a Disney collection, but it really made me think of Tinkerbell when I saw it. So I then kind of followed the sketch. I had this big piece of the stone. It was a scrap, and then, like I said, I cut around this, and then I wanted something. I didn't want just a plain background, and so I went to my Paper Rose Textures. This is a beautiful collection, and I picked out this mossy tree for my background. So I layered those up. I put down my cut file, and then I just needed, well, one, I needed to do the Scraptember prompt, which was favorites, which my favorite thing is flair. So I had to go find some flair. So I found, they're all from Scrap and Happy Studio. This one had these different hearts on it in these different colors. And then this one said, has all these different things to say, and it's Oh Happy Day. So I found those, and then I was like, I still need a little bit more. So I built up some clusters using my 49 and Market tickets, and I used the Color Swatch Eucalyptus, the Color Swatch Grove, and there it is, the Hickory. So I used those three and built those up. Then I was like, still feel like it needs something else. And I was like, you know what? Tinkerbell makes me think of sparkles. And so I went into my gems and I just found some different colored gems and I put them down. So I loosely based it on this sketch, which may be a page maps. I can't really tell because for some reason it's backwards. But I kind of based it on that, especially, it just gave me the idea of the pictures. That's really, and then this thing, or this big piece here, that's about the only part of it I say I really probably used. But that is my Scraptember Day 2 and my All About the Mouse. And I'm so sorry that it was not a process video like I intended it to be. I just got to going and I didn't stop. So thank you for joining me. I'm hoping to do as many of the Scraptember prompts as videos as I can manage. Things are kind of crazy in September. I've said this before, but I'm directing a musical at our community theater, and that is the first weekend of October. So September is going to be kind of busy with me trying to get doing rehearsals and all that kind of stuff. But I will do as many as I possibly can. And thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't seen the Scraptember people, go check them out. There's a playlist. Go check out all about the mouse ladies. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.